I see with others, but also with myself, that when we don't get down to the cause and actually acknowledge the cause and so-called treat or heal, as I would like to say, the cause, it's gonna keep reappearing. And to be honest, sometimes it's gonna be worse, or sometimes it's gonna start happening in multiple places. Hey friends, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel. Now, I usually talk about our mind and spirituality on this YouTube channel, but today I have a different topic about which I want to talk about, and it is our physical bodies. I made some tea because it is really cold outside here in The Hague in the Netherlands. So yeah. Today what I want to talk to you about is our physical bodies, right? This beautiful, incredible machine with muscles and bones and nervous system and vessels and just like organs and one of the most incredible creations and structures, like this vessel for life that just functions for us, works for us, and we don't even have to think about it. Can you imagine if we had to consciously think about breathing or like beating our heart or, basically being in control of our digestive system? It would create so much stress because we'd be like, okay, wait, I need to focus on my heart beating and my blood flowing and my digestion, and oh my God, there are so many things that our body is doing without us even thinking about it. So just take a moment to really appreciate your physical body right now. And it doesn't matter if you are sick or if you're not feeling well or something feels off with your physical body. Doesn't matter what condition your physical body is in right now. Just take a moment and really be grateful for it, because your physical body is the only reason you are able to be here in this world, in this life, right? Our physical body is our vessel for life. So just take a few moments to feel really grateful for your physical body. Last 2 or 3 weeks, I've had a lot of pain and different things happen with my physical body. So first of all, I got an eye infection. I got it in one eye, and then it sort of started happening in my other eye, and then it stopped. And then I sprained my ankle, and then I got the flu, and I was really sick. And the last 5 days or so, my knees have been hurting a lot. And I see at times I have this pattern of seeing that I have joint pain, whether it's my hips, even though my hips haven't hurt in quite a while, thank God, but my knees at times really start to hurt, and that's been the case the last 5 days. It's been really painful, it doesn't feel right, so I work out 5 to 6 times a week. I love working out. Fitness is a huge passion of mine, and I love doing intense things. So I love going for like runs, and I love doing high intensity workouts. And the last week I have not been able to do that because of my knee, and I have to be careful. Finally, after years of, trial and error, I realized, obviously, that I need to listen to what my body's telling me. If this was me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I would feel sick or I would have a fever, I would still work out. I kid you not, one time I had a fever and I went to the gym. I think I was like 15. I went to the gym when I had a fever, and my personal trainer saw me and he was like, "What are you doing at the gym? Like, you don't look right." And I was like, "No, I know I'm sick, but I just wanted to come and just do at least a little bit of cardio." And he's like, "You're crazy, you gotta go back home." Well, I didn't listen to his advice. I still went and did some cardio, I think for half an hour. And then the next day I felt even worse, obviously. And I fell sick for 2 weeks. So I've done a lot of that. When my body doesn't feel well, I'm just gonna push it and I'm gonna make it worse. So now every time that something doesn't feel right, or I feel more exhausted, or I can feel some pain, like something isn't sitting right, I'm gonna force myself, and sometimes I truly have to force myself to just slow down. What I want to talk to you about is listening to the symptoms or the feedback that your body is giving you. One of my favorite books is called, actually, let me get it, I'll show you. One of my favorite books is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. That's Louise Hay. She is basically like the godmother or even the grandmother of self-help, right? And the publishing company called Hay House, which publishes, I think, like 90 to 95% of all self-help and personal development books, she created the publishing company Hay House, so Louise Hay, and her book is called You Can Heal Your Life, and it's all about Not even just the physical body. She also talks about the mindset and your mind, everything I'm so passionate about. But she puts a lot of stress, that's not a pun related to, she puts a lot of emphasis on the physical body and talks about what your physical body is trying to communicate to you. And even at the back of the book, she has this big list of a lot of different symptoms or ailments or something that doesn't feel right with your body. For example, it says, spine, stomach problems, neck problems, all these different things. And you can look at it has a probable cause and then new thought patterns. And I've been living by this book since I was 12, 13. So for the last 9, 8 years. The reason I came across this book was because I used to have horrible skin. I had really bad acne, and I made a whole video about it. But she says that when you have skin problems on your face, like a lot of breakouts and acne, it's dislike of the self. It's really not liking yourself and holding all these internal thoughts and beliefs about yourself, and it comes out through your face. And it was spot on, and I started changing my thought patterns and beliefs and how I viewed myself, and then my skin started clearing up, which was great. But basically, I've been looking at my symptoms and corresponding to the symptoms with the book, and it's always spot on. I've had a lot of stomach problems in my life, and I still continue to have it. And with the stomach, she says that you're not able to digest certain emotions. And for me, whenever I feel a lot of emotion and I don't let myself process or feel it, I start having really intense stomach problems. And also with my knees, she says that your knees represent forward motion in life. So when your knees are in a lot of pain, you are resisting moving forward. You have a fear of moving forward in life, right? And it's spot on, always, all the time. Again, I can't recommend you enough to get this book because it's an incredible read. And if you're a little bit pessimistic about these things, don't be resistant. I feel like we are very resistant to things that are outside our thinking comfort zone, because the thoughts that you have and the beliefs that you have them because either of your parents or the friends with whom you hang out, or the news that you watch, or the people in your community or your culture. So your beliefs in a way, and the way we grow up with our beliefs and thoughts, they're actually not ours. We just pick it up from our environment around us, right? So whenever somebody offers you a point of view or a new thought pattern or belief or something outside your, as I call it, thinking zone, you're gonna feel resistance, because those new beliefs that you've never explored or even allowed yourself to explore, they're gonna be very different from what you currently believe. So honestly, you have nothing to lose to just expand your thinking, expand your mind, and see different points of view. I feel like the most unfortunate thing that we can do for ourselves when it comes to whether healing our physical body or becoming more abundant or achieving our dreams is to limit ourselves with our thoughts and be so stuck in our old ways that we don't even explore everything outside of us. And to be honest, like if you've been in the same place, or you've been feeling stuck in a certain area of your life for so many years and nothing changes, what do you have to lose by changing your beliefs or your thought patterns or exploring something that might be a little bit too out there for you? You have nothing to lose. If you've done things the same way over and over again for so many years and nothing has changed, isn't that a sign that you should explore something outside your comfort zone? So when it comes to your physical body, you might be perfectly healthy, or you might, suffer from an occasional migraine, or you might have some more serious health problems. This woman, she had ovarian cancer, and I believe it was pretty crazy because it was like stage 3 or 4, and she healed herself. She healed herself because she realized that our bodies are these incredible machines that have memory, and whatever happens to us throughout our life, like traumas or some even abandonment or very high emotional distress, our body holds on to that information. And if we are not able to process it and let it out of our system, it's gonna keep it inside, and as a way, different pains and ailments and diseases are gonna start appearing because our body doesn't know how else to communicate with us. I mean, our body doesn't, say to us in English, hey, by the way, you've been really really angry lately, so I'm just gonna give you some back pain. You know, that's not how it works. What is your body trying to tell you? Whether you're, you know, perfectly healthy right now, or as I said, something's going on, pick up this book. And even if you just Google Louise Hay symptoms, there are going to be a bunch of blog post articles that are going to list out all the things that she talks about. But I can't recommend you enough to read this book. And yeah, our body is always communicating with us. So I feel like when we change our perspective from looking at our body as an enemy, and that, you know, having this discord between ourselves and our body, that our body is functioning in one way, but like our mind and what we want is functioning in a whole different way. When we get rid of that discord, that it's two different things, and we actually understand that it's all this one beautiful ecosystem, where whenever one thing goes out in an alignment, something somewhere else is gonna tweak a little bit too. You understand that whenever your body is exhausted or you have pain, you can just sit with yourself and be like, okay, why do I think that this is happening? And as I said, for me, whenever I don't feel my emotions, especially those that are very, very strong and very uncomfortable, I have really horrible stomach pain. It can go from somewhere that, you know, oh, I just like, it doesn't feel right and I'm having digestion issues. It can go somewhere to all the way where I'm just like curled up in a ball, laying on the bed crying because I just can't move and I'm in so much pain. So that's what's happening. The other thing, when I had the eye infection, I had an eye sty, and an eye sty, Louise Hay says that it's looking at life through angry eyes. And I kid you not, I knew, like, when my eye sty started like developing, I was like, oh, I know exactly why this is happening. Because 2 years ago, I used to have an eye sty. I had it 2 or 3 times in a row, and I was very angry at that time. And when I looked up the symptoms, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because I was looking at certain people and I was feeling so much anger that my eye just like, it just started burning up. There was this inflammation in my eye because that's how I was looking at life and certain things, you know, through these angry eyes. So my eye literally became angry. It became inflamed. And I had that 2-3 weeks ago as well. And when I started changing my thought pattern, I caught myself. I was like, okay, this is what my body's telling me. I know that I've been feeling anger and looking through anger. Then it started dissolving and it went away like magic. So yes, as I said, whatever is happening with your body, just take the time to listen to your body. Don't push. Don't think of your body as an enemy, because it's not. It doesn't know how else to communicate with you. And you know, trust me, medicine is an incredible thing. And oh my God, I've used, you know, if I have a headache or whatever, yes, I'll go take, you know, ibuprofen. And medicine is not a bad thing. However, we can be in a place of combining our own intuitive knowledge of our body and what's happening, and also using Western medicine, you know, respectfully and in alignment with our intuition and what our body's trying to tell us. Because if we treat something just with medicine in one place, it's gonna come out someplace in another place, right? If like you have a lot of like knee pain and you start taking medicine for your knee pain, then somehow 4 weeks later, a month later, you start having back pain and you're like, oh my God, I just solved this knee pain and now I'm having, you know, back pain. And I see with others, but also with myself, that when we don't get down to the cause and actually acknowledge the cause and so-called treat or heal, as I would like to say, the cause, it's gonna keep reappearing. And to be honest, sometimes it's gonna be worse, or sometimes it's gonna start happening in multiple places. But I want you to think once again, and I know I'm being repetitive here, but especially if you're hearing all of this information for the first time, repetition is key, because the first time I say something, you might not even hear it because you're so, you know, focused on your own perspective or your own beliefs that you're filtering information, what I'm saying, through your own point of view. It's like a filter that you have, and every single person has a filter, right? Every single person has their core values, beliefs, thought processes, how they see the world, how they see other people. So when I say something, you might first not hear it, or you might filter it through what you believe, and that's okay. But all I'm asking in this video is for you to have an open mind. And to look at your body as this intelligent mechanism, because it is such an intelligent mechanism. I mean, think about it. You cut yourself on your finger and then your skin is going to heal itself. It heals itself. Isn't that incredible? It's like your hair grows without you having to think, and your nails and your digestive system is taking care of everything in your pancreas and your lungs and your breathing, and you don't even have to think about it. It's so intelligent. It is more smart than you think it is, so give it some credit. It's so smart, it is giving you signals. Sometimes it's even screaming at us, saying, come on, I've been trying to talk to you. I've been trying to show you something that's been happening, but you've been ignoring me. Please, just listen to what I'm trying to say. And I'm asking you right now, just listen to what your body is trying to tell you. For me, my hurting knees, I know that it's showing me that I need to slow down in life and not rush and not look at everything so intensely. Oh, I always need to like be, intense and do intense things and work out intense and always be on the go. But also, sort of like this fear of moving forward and going into the unknown. And now when I started, slowing down, I started doing yoga instead of my high intensity trainings, and also changing my thought pattern. My knee has been getting better and better. And you will see it. You will see that when you start to have a relationship with your body, rather than look at it as an enemy and hating it, everything's gonna change. You're gonna feel more intuitive with what it's trying to tell you, but also your pain is gonna lessen a little bit here. You're gonna feel a little bit more energy there. It's so intelligent, and it's so incredible. And I mean, nothing pains me more than hearing others talk really mean things about their bodies, say, oh, I hate this, and like, I'm so disgusting and I'm so ugly. It just pains me, because we are such incredible, infinite, universal energy in these physical vessels, and this suit that we have on right now is the only way through which we can experience life. So for us to say mean things to it, I just feel it's just not appreciative, but also it's a little bit disrespectful, because we are here to experience life. And I've been finding zero faults with my body. I used to be so obsessed with being a size 0 and having a six-pack and being super toned. Right now, I work out 6 times a week. I eat really healthy, but that's because I want to take care of my body, and I want to live a long life, and I want to do everything in my power that I can do to make sure that I keep this incredible machine functioning as well for as long as possible. So just be appreciative of your body. Yeah, as I said, I know I was a little bit repetitive a few times, but it's only because I want you to hear what I'm saying and have an open mind and an open heart towards this information. Because if something stirred inside of you, whether it's you being a little bit triggered of like, oh yeah, that's nonsense, that would never work, or oh wow, I never thought about it, just read this book. Watch, even you can YouTube Louise Hay, and you're gonna find a bunch of her videos. She's incredible. But I just want to leave you with the fact that your body is so incredible. It's so intelligent. It's communicating with you all the time, and it wants your love, because it's here to serve you, right? It's here to help you live your life as best as possible. So just listen to what your body is trying to tell you. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Whatever is happening in our body is always for a reason. And, as I said, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and we are this incredible energy in this beautiful physical body vessel. So just listen. Even if you just sit on a chair or on a couch or lay in bed and close your eyes for a few minutes and just ask, what do you need, or what are you trying to tell me? You're gonna be surprised how intuitive you are yourself, but also you're gonna start opening up this conversation with your body. So yeah, that's what I want to leave you with. I know it's a little bit different of a video that I usually make, because it's unstructured and sort of like a free-flowing conversation, but I just wanted to talk to you about this because I'm very passionate about it, and I want you to live a healthy, abundant, beautiful, fulfilling life, and I want you to feel good in your body, and I want you to just see how incredible this life is and deepen your relationship with yourself, but also with your incredible body. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because it really supports my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.